From the Roman times, we're going to segue into a sampling of different historical glass forms. Black Forest glass. From Western Europe, especially Germany, Switzerland, and northern Italy, beginning in the Middle Ages, from about 600 to 1500 AD. These are two examples of a Rhyton or drinking horn. The one on the left dates from the Roman Empire period, and the one on the right shows a Western European translation of the form, with the inclusion of hot-bit decoration. There is a hole in the end of the pointed tip, where one would hold the form above one's mouth and uncover the end to drink the stream of mead or ale. Here are some classic Black Forest glass forms, the claw beaker. These claw forms are created by the addition of hot bits to the side of the glass wall, where the gaffer blows and inflates the pit and pulls downward on the inflated bit to form a pointed claw form. A roamer is an iconic Western European glass form characterized by its rounded goblet shape, marked with textured bits called prunts, and a coiled foot. Oftentimes they are engraved with intricate designs with a diamond-tipped scribe. Islamic glass. These forms are oil lamps, often hung in moss by their handles. The beautiful enameled designs cover the surface and project shadows when illuminated. The dromedary vase pictured here is a fanciful and imaginative use of hot bits to create a camel-shaped bottle, often holding perfumes or precious oils. Engraved Islamic glass surfaces exhibit similar imagery and script of the enameled mosque lamps, but it is achieved either through a scratch etching with a diamond scribe or with a deeper engraving process, like the cameo ewer on the right, where the blue outer layer was engraved through to achieve the design. Scientific glass. The retort is an unusual shape found across Europe and early American glass, used for scientific processes such as making distillations. These are early thermometers filled with alcohol. The liquid would rise in the spiral form and could be read by counting the dotted markers. On the right, the turtle form was strapped to a patient's arm and the temperature could be read by counting the number of balls that were floating. Venetian glass. Dragon-stemmed goblets are a type of goblet with the stem in the form of a dragon with a convoluted body, outspread wings, open jaws, and a crest. Known in Italian as vetri a serpenti, serpent glasses, dragon-stem goblets were first made in Venice in the 17th century. They were imitated in the Netherlands by producers of Facon de Venise glass. A tazza, from the Italian cup, an ornamental dish or cup on a stemmed foot. Tazzas were generally made for drinking, for displaying fruit or sweetmeats, and as a purely decorative object. A great example of the tazza is on the right. Colored glass. Venetians were well known for their development of glass chemistry, notably of their invention of cristallo, a pure clear glass. Also colored glasses, such as latticino, a white glass that was pulled into gaines and twisted onto a glass bubble to form intricate patterns, and a reactive glass called agate glass or chalcedony glass was also developed to recreate the varied colors of semi-precious stone. Trick glasses. Trick glasses are a means of entertainment and technical virtuosity. The glassworker designed these cups to be used in a very specific way, or the user would have the wine spill on them or never get a drink. Facon de Venise. The glassworking virtuosity of Venice was heavily guarded secret. Glassworkers were punished by death if they left the island of Murano and shared the glassworking secrets. In time, the secrets were shared with the rest of Europe, and these regional interpretations of the Venetian technique in other countries during the 16th and 17th century were called façon de Venise, in the style of Venice. Some later forms could also see the influence of Venetian glass, such as this cantaro, a drinking vessel shaped like a closed pitcher, with a ring handle at the center and two spouts, a short one for filling and pouring, and a longer one through which the beverage could be poured into the drinker's mouth. Épergne. This is a special form found in France, and it's a composite form, frequently tiered centerpiece used on the table for serving or display in the late 18th and 19th centuries. Here are some examples of firing glasses. A drinking glass with a bowl, short stem, and a thick foot. On ceremonial occasions, firing glasses were rapped loudly on the table, making a noise that resembled a volley of gunfire. They're found in Europe and the US from around the 1700s to the 1800s. American glass. Early American glass has a thicker English aesthetic and a pared back, loose decoration. It was mostly used for utilitarian purposes. The lily pad pitcher is an iconic early glass form on the right, made with a hot pad of glass attached to the bottom of the pitcher form and pulled up on the vessel to create a flower shape. Other utilitarian American glass was made from blow molds, such as the simple preserving jar to the huge cylinders that were cut and slumped flat for window glass. The more ornate early glass forms were found in the form of molded glass flasks, oftentimes showing patriotic imagery. These molds were cast from iron and lined with cork powder. Many great examples of historic glass forms can be found on the Corning Museum of Glass website.